I'm Christy Hartman. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to unlock the magic of gel print alchemy. In this tutorial I'm going to guide you through an inspiring mixed media process using foam stamps, pan pastels, and layered paint techniques. Whether you are new to gel printing or looking to expand your technique, this fusion method provides stunning results. Subscribe for more mixed media art tutorials and mixed media inspiration. Let's make gel print magic. We are going to use my 3 stamps from pmartiststudio. These are Black Eyed Susans. We're going to use a little bit of black, and this is open because I want a longer working time. We're going to use the 5x7 inch plate as a palette. We're going to take, and I've got stuff on my plate and I'm not worried about that. We're going to take our stamp and just randomly stamp it onto the plate. I'm just going to do that with all 3 of them. And I purposely used the open so I'd have a longer work time. I need to go clean off these stamps and we'll let that dry. This is Aqueous Effervescence. It's like right over the top of our Black Eyed Susans. I think we use this iridescent bright gold fine because I like how sheer this will go on. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Well, and be careful of this stencil, it does pop. And mine is broken in a couple different spots. So just be careful with it. Oh my gosh, that's going to be super cool. We're going to let this dry. We're going to use Pan Pastels on this, and we're going to start out with this raw umber shade. And this is a super dark brown. It's a really lovely brown. And I'm going to use this small pointed tool. Now, if you're not familiar with Pan Pastels, these soft tools are what's recommended to be used with them. You don't have to. There are other tools you could use, but this is what I generally use. This is the pointed one. They come in different sizes and shapes. This one is an oval pointed, this one is a triangular painted, and then this is more of a wider oval. But let's start with this dark umber shade, and we're just going to come in and just darken in a little bit right in these areas. Now I'm not getting it down past where I had that gold, and I hadn't anticipated that that would be a problem. I actually don't think that I mind it. So let's continue filling this in. Wherever you're going directly to the pan or to the plate, it's going to adhere nicely. This is yellow ochre, and I'm going to use the same tool. And I've wiped it off onto a microfiber cloth. And I'm just going to lay in this yellow. And actually that yellow is going over the top of that gold. That's interesting. I wonder. Let's take a look real quick at what's happening here. I think that's going to be lovely. Let's carry on. have this is a orange extra dark, and I'm just going to come in and add a little bit of shading in various places. This is a yellow ochre tint. Let's try this PBO Iridescent 354, which is pretty, with that blue in there, and those flowers, and that gold. Wow, that's a beauty. Let's try this again. So, diluted yellow, orange shade, and I believe this is the yellow ochre tint. So let's start with diluted yellow. We're going to do the centers of these with burnt sienna, but just a little bit. Just a dab will do you. Okay, here's what they're looking like. I think you're getting some glare, I apologize. I'm not sure that this burnt sienna will even show up. Let's do a little bit of it. I missed this. Miss that. Okay, now let's look real quick at it over the white paper. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see that burnt sienna in there. This is the raw umber extra dark. I just want to darken that in just a tad, not much. So here's the gold. Isn't that rich and beautiful? I'm just going to try this. I don't know how this is going to work. I just want to see. I want to just dab some on right up in here in some of these areas that are a little darker. I'm just dabbing. And I am just literally dabbing. Now, the last one I used my favorite aqueous effervescence. This is a new one. This is called Leaf Blast, and this is a pmartiststudio stencil. And we're going to lay this down, and we're going to situate it over the top. We are going to use green gold. Let's pull this off. Ooh, I like that. Let's see how that looks when we flip it over. Ooh, very, very pretty. Well, we're back to aqueous effervescence. I knew the other stencil wasn't quite going to achieve what I wanted it to achieve. So, we're going to go here. We're going to use this gold. Okay, let's pull this up. I don't usually clean this stencil because it has broken spots on it and it just makes it a little sturdier. So there we have the gold on there. It's very subtle. Let's see, I think you can see it better from this side. You're getting lots of glare, I apologize. We're going to let this dry. Let's pull this one with this PBO iridescent red-blue. Another gorgeous print. Let's pull this with Van Dyke Brown. Let this sit overnight and see what we can pull up. Well, that's actually kind of interesting. I bet I could stamp right over the tops of these. Just out of curiosity, let's try this. Let's see if we can stamp. We'll see how close we can get. And I'm just going to use my archival ink. All right, let me clean these stamps off and I'll be back. These are our finished prints. This is the one where I put the gold right behind the stamped flowers, then added the Pan Pastel behind the aqueous effervescence and the gold. I love this one. Absolutely love it. I love the way that the Pan Pastels and the gold intermixed on the flowers, and it gave them kind of a blotchy appearance. You can still see the yellow, but not all of it is Pan Pastel. The red in the background with the bits of blue that were left on the plate. I think it is absolutely spectacular. This one, which I think is very lovely as well, I did the stamping first, then I added the Pan Pastel. Behind the Pan Pastel I put the green and then the gold behind that. The gold is much more subtle on this one. The green shows up more, which I really like, but the Pan Pastel definitely shows up. I think this one is gorgeous too. I'm not sure, I'm just kind of partial to the first one. This is the third one that we did, where I pulled the Pan Pastel with brown, and then I added the flowers as stamped images. And this one may show up in a video at some point in time. Let's talk about cleaning this. First of all, I'm just going to clean all the old paint off of it with a baby wipe. I'm using baby oil. It's cheap. I buy it locally. This is just an inexpensive Winco brand. If you don't like to touch the baby oil or have your fingers in this, then use some gloves. Now I'm going to take my baby wipe and just start going over the top of it. And for whatever reason, the baby wipe helps to remove that Pan Pastel. That should sit. Let all of that oil absorb into this gel plate and it'll be ready to go. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like. I need those likes. Don't forget to subscribe. I can always use new subscribers. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Leave me a comment. I always love to hear from you. And I'll see you in my next video.